Paul's joyful letter from prison covers the Apostle Paul's letter to the Philippians. While imprisoned in Rome, Paul wrote to them, overflowing with joy in Christ. This letter, known as the Epistle of Joy, exhorts the church on unity, joy, prayer, right thinking, and contentment. In Philippians chapter 4, verse 1, Paul addresses believers as his joy and crown, expressing deep affection for the Philippian church. This relationship moves him to urge them to stand firm in the Lord, remaining faithful despite pressure or persecution. Philippians chapter 4, verse 1 reads, "Therefore, my brothers, whom I love and long for, my joy and crown, stand firm thus in the Lord, my beloved." Paul repeats the command to rejoice in Philippians chapter 4, verse 4. Christian joy is rooted in God's unchanging character and not temporary circumstances. Even from prison, Paul demonstrates this truth. Philippians chapter 4, verse 4 states, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I will say, rejoice." Instead of anxiety, believers are instructed to bring everything to God through prayer, petition, and thanksgiving. Prayer replaces worry, and thanksgiving expresses trust in God's providence, as noted in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be made known to God." Philippians chapter 4, verse 7 speaks of the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8 instructs believers to think on things that are true, honorable, and just. Philippians chapter 4, verses 11 to 13 focuses on contentment through Christ, stating, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." These verses emphasize, "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." And finally, brothers, whatever is true, think about these things. And I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. In Philippians chapter 4, verse 19, Paul reassures the Philippians that God, who has limitless resources, will provide for all their needs. This verse emphasizes God's faithfulness as the true source of provision. The verse reads, "And my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus." As you reflect on Paul's letter, consider, how does Paul distinguish joy from happiness? Also consider, why is joy anchored in the Lord rather than in circumstances? Finally, think about, what evidence in the chapter shows joy is a theological conviction, not an emotional reaction? Thank you for watching this video on Paul's joyful letter from prison, the Epistle of Joy.